गतिर्भर्ता प्रभुः साक्षी निवासः शरणं सुहृत् प्रभवः प्रलयः स्थानं निधानं बीजम अव्ययम्. Hello friends, this is the 18th shlok of the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and today we will understand this shlok in detail. So let's first go over its meaning. So the shlok says Gatir Bharta Prabhus Sakshi, which means the motion filling Lord, witness, Nivasah Sharanam Suhrat, which means abode, refuge, friend, Prabhavah Pralayah Sthanam, which means creation, dissolution, situation, Nidhanam Bijam Avyayam, which means collection, unchanging seed. So, Sri Krishna has described in the previous few shloks that he is the one who dominates this entire yajna which is going on in this creation. So he is the one who presides over this yajna. Now he adds to that idea over here, and he says that he is the one who fills the motion in all the beings. He is the one who is the witness. He is the abode or refuge for all the beings, and he is their friend. He is the one who is creating, who is the one who dissolves, and he is the one who is sustaining the creation also, and he is the collection of all the seeds basically. So all the living beings, they have that they have that thing in them which provides them all of this, and he is the one who is the collection of that, and therefore he is the unchanging seed. So basically what he is saying is that the source of all beings is him, and he is the unchanging seed. Now if you were to basically go back in time and take all the beings, how they have come, I mean all the beings that they come in this creation, they come through the process of reproduction. And if you were to take this process of reproduction back, then you will end up at the original seed from which everything came over here. Now that is what over here Shri Krishna is alluding to by saying that he is the original seed. And to understand it, we have to basically look at the process of reproduction. Now the process of reproduction in itself is quite a taboo in most religious traditions, and that basically happens because we have basically separated ourselves from the divinity. We think that divine is somewhere else and we are separate from the divine, and because of that we do not consider ourselves as divine, and so this process of reproduction then becomes only a sensual process which is related to seeking pleasure. Well, that is not really the case. The process of reproduction actually is a divine process through which a divine being arrives in this universe. So it is basically the process through which all beings arrive in this universe, and the beings arrive in this universe through the union of two sentient beings. So this sentience cannot really come by itself. It is something which comes by the union of these sentient beings. So all these sentient beings have something which is divine, and this divinity is what fills all the beings with motion. This divinity is where all the beings come from, and this divinity is where all the beings go after death, and this divinity is in which all the beings are sustained. So the creation, the dissolution, and the situation is basically maintained through this divinity, and this divinity is being propagated through the process of reproduction. And if you were to go back in time, then you will get to that original from which all the beings came. That original decided to divide itself, and then divided itself into many, and those many then started to interact with each other, and through the process of reproduction, that divinity has propagated itself. And so all the beings which are present in this universe over here, they have a portion of that divinity present in them, and all the beings are moving, and all the beings are witnessing things because of this divinity. And if we were to go back to this divinity, then basically that is what yoga is. I mean, we have our names, we have our forms, but these are all just modifications in that unchanging divinity, the seed, original seed, which is the collection of all of that, which is which is the source. And that is what Sri Krishna is saying over here, that he is that motion filling Lord. He is the witness, abode, refuge, friend, creation, dissolution, situation. He is the collection of all that unchanging seed from which all of these things are coming. So that is what was the message of this shlok. I hope that I have explained this shlok well to you. With that, I'll close this video. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.